Hello guys, let's break down this high yield case here together. So let's just start with the last sentence. Which of the following is the most likely underlying cause of this patient's condition? Nice. Now let's read the case together. 6 months old boy is brought to the clinic because of a swelling of his hands and feet for the past 2 days. His mother reports increased irritability and decreased feeding. He was born full term without complication, and physical examination shows tender, swollen fingers and toes. Nice. Laboratory studies reveal hemoglobin of 7.8, so here we have anemia. Reticulocyte count is increased, and peripheral smear is shown here in the image. Okay, nice. So here guys we have this boy that presented with anemia, and at the same time we have this malformed RBCs in the blood smear. So we have the sickle shaped RBCs here and also here. So here guys, once we see this anemia and at the same time the peripheral smear shows sickle shaped RBCs, this is called sickle cell disease. So here we are dealing with a sickle. So let's talk more about sickle cell disease to know what we are looking for in the case here, okay? So normally our hemoglobin guys are formed of 4 main units, okay? And 2 of them are alpha units and 2 are beta units. So what happens in sickle cell disease that we have a mutation, a single nucleotide mutation in the beta units that replace glutamate with valine. Okay, so how will this new mutation affect our RBCs? This will make our RBCs hydrophobic guys. So our RBCs will be afraid of water. So if we don't have enough water in our RBCs, it will be malformed. So what increase this hydrophobic feature in our RBCs are 4 things. The first one is hypoxia, and the second one is dehydration. The third one is high altitude, and the fourth one is acidosis, which is decreased pH. So if we don't have enough water in our RBCs will become sticky. Okay guys, so normally our RBCs are in this form. When we don't have enough water in our RBCs, as in sickle cell disease, it will be turned in this form. It will be like a sickle. So in this case, we will have 2 main pathways for the sickled RBCs. The first one, it can go to the spleen. And at the spleen, it will be distracted by the macrophages because this is malformed. So we will have symptoms of extravascular hemolysis. And we will have the symptoms of extravascular hemolysis, like we will have decreased hemoglobin, which is anemia. We will also have dark colored urine. And we will have also jaundice, okay? And the second one is that when our RBCs are like the shape, they are more sticky, so they can stick to each other. So we will have this sickle-shaped RBCs sticking to each other, and this can lead to vaso-occlusion of our capillaries. So this can lead to vaso-occlusion. This can lead to a vaso-occlusion at the level of the bones, and this can manifest as 3 things. The first thing is dactylitis, and in this case we have occlusion of the blood vessel in the bones of the fingers and toes, as we have in our case here. So this kid, guys, was presented with pain in his fingers and toes that was swelling and inflamed. First thing is dactylitis. Second thing can be presented with painful crisis or vaso-occlusive crisis, and in this case we have a vaso-occlusion in several bones in our body that will present with severe pain in the back bones, severe pains in all of our bones in the body. So painful crisis. A third one is a vascular necrosis, okay, or osteonecrosis. It also can go to the brain, and this will manifest as a stroke, or it can go to the lung and can manifest as something called acute chest syndrome. And in this case, the patient will present with severe respiratory symptoms and it mainly in adults. It is the opposite of dactylitis. So dactylitis here, it is mainly in kids less than 1 year old. As our case here, okay? And it also can go to the spleen. And in this case, it will lead to something called autosplenectomy. So in this case here, the repeated vasoocclusion of the spleen will make it atrophied, and it will lead to our autosplenectomy, so we will kill our own spleen. So if we get back to our case here, guys, we will find that choice B, which is substitution of valine for glutamic acid in beta globulin, is the right answer of our case here. And also, guys, before we discuss the other wrong answers, I want to tell you something about sickle cell disease, okay? So let's get here. I want to talk with you about the inheritance of sickle cell disease, okay? So sickle cell disease is normally an autosomal recessive disease. So in order to have it, your father and mother have to be also, both of them have to be carrier, okay? So we have this male here and we have this female here. In order to have a sickle cell disease, both of your parents have to be a carrier. And in this case, you will have a 25% chance to have both normal genes. So you will be normal here, 25% to be normal. And you will have a 50% chance to be a carrier. And in this case, you will have a normal beta gene and an affected beta gene. So you will have just one abnormal sickle gene. And in this case, it will called sickle cell triad. Okay, this is important, guys. Why? In this case, you will have lower symptoms than the sickle cell disease, guys, and at the same time, this is protective against Plasmodium falciparum of malaria. Okay, this is very important in your exam, guys. And you will have a 25% chance to have both abnormal genes from your father and mother, and in this case you will have sickle cell disease. Choice A is decreased beta globulin synthesis. So this one here, guys, is describing thalassemia. And in thalassemia, we will not have this malformed RBCs, the sickle shaped RBCs. We will have something called targeted RBCs, so it will be in this shape. So choice A is not the right answer for our case here. Choice B is the right answer for our case. Choice C is a spectrin deficiency causing membrane instability. Okay, here, guys, this one is describing what is called hereditary spherocytosis. So we will have hereditary spherocytosis. And this one also will not present with this shape of RBCs. The RBCs will be spherocytes, so it will be smaller than RBCs and it will be all dark red. Okay, so like this image here. Choice D, which is oxidative damage due to reduced NAD pH. This one here, guys, is describing what is called G6PD, or glucose 6-phosphate deficiency. And this one will present with bone pain that is mainly in the back, and also the RBCs will not be like that. It will be what is called bite cells, and you can see also something called Heinz bodies in our blood. So choice D also is not the right answer. Choice E, which is impaired iron incorporation into heme. This one here, guys, is not describing iron deficiency anemia. This one is describing what is called sideroblastic anemia. In this case, we have iron in our body, but we cannot use it to produce RBCs. This is called sideroblastic anemia. So this is all for our case here today, guys, and see you in the next one.